So when we got to the other side, I was trying to grab my phone to call 911, and that's when he said, "Don't do that. Don't call nobody." And I was like, "What?" And that's when he grabbed me. He also admitted in his interview with the cops that he did want to rape me.
Hey, how you doing? You all right? Come here real quick. Just turn around real quick. I'll explain. You're not in any trouble.
What the heck?
Come to the back.
Yo, bro. Hey.
Hold on, I'll tell you what.
Hey,
Hold
what's
on.
going on?
Let's
Hey,
go talk.
no,
We're here to talk.
Nasha Lee Alma, a 24-year-old fitness trainer from Florida, showcases some unexpected moves fighting off an attacker in her gym. She confidently narrates the sudden scuffle on camera, making it clear how she turned the tables on her assailant while working out. She details the encounter during the interview, calling it utterly bizarre.
That was 24-year-old Florida fitness trainer Nasha Lee Alma fighting off an attacker inside her apartment complex gym, and she's here to tell the story. Joining us is Nasha Lee Alma. Nasha Lee, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wait till you hear how she's been holding up. Nasha shares that she's feeling surprisingly upbeat both mentally and physically since the unexpected incident. She talks about waking up to viral fame and a flood of supportive messages. Her gratitude for public support is palpable, and she feels uplifted by the admiration.
Just a crazy incident overall. How are you feeling since this happened?
Overall, I've been feeling good, mentally and physically. As soon as, this video kind of went out, I went pretty viral. And waking up to a lot of support and love, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And I'm sure, the outcrying that you got, people have called you an inspiration, etc. It just has to make you feel great.
Oh yeah. I've gotten millions of people from around the world just messaging me like, "Hey, I'm from here."
Nasha recalls her initial lack of alarm when noticing the man's peculiar behavior in the gym, as he just loitered without using any equipment. The tension unexpectedly ramps up when she sets her phone's self-timer and he springs into action.
Hey, it's well deserved. So before he attacked you, were you alarmed that he was just standing there and not really using any machines or exercising at all?
So no, not really. So after I let him in and everything, I was like in the zone working out. I didn't really pay much attention to him until, I finished my workout and I stood up. That's when I noticed he was just standing there, but I kind of just ignored it because I was like, okay, maybe he's just, doing, I don't know what he was doing, but I just let it alone. I didn't want it to affect me or anything.
You won't believe her quick response. Nasha finds herself exchanging stern words with the attacker, firmly pushing him away as she demands space. She describes engaging in impromptu self-defense moves, including a chokehold maneuver, all while attempting to dial 911, showcasing her adaptability despite no formal training.
Oh, so when he was coming at you, it looked like you guys exchanged a few words. What did you say to him?
He didn't say a single word until we got to the other side of the gym. Me, on the other hand, when he approached me and when I pushed him, I said, "Bro, what the F are you doing? Get the F away from me." And I just kept pushing him, and then that's when he started chasing me, and we ended up on the other side of the gym.
What did he say to you on the other side of the gym?
So when we got to the other side, I was trying to grab my phone to call 911, and that's when he said, "Don't do that. Don't call nobody." And I was like, "What?" And that's when, he grabbed me.
Nasha explains her seemingly innocuous decision to let the attacker into the gym, mistaking him for a fellow resident who might have forgotten his key fob. Reflecting on the incident, she admits she'd now think twice in the future. But how did she fare immediately after making a dash for it?
So he had been in the gym before. Then, what's your reaction to people saying, you shouldn't have let the strange guy in the gym?
Well, like I said, people forget their key fobs, and you may or may not have seen them before or not. I'm one of those people who forget their key fobs, and just like any other person would, they will let them in, and so that's why I let him in. Not because I saw him before or anything overall. I would let anybody in because I would want the same thing.
After making a break from the gym, Nasha dials 911 and experiences a moment of sheer bewilderment as the attacker disappears into the night. As police swarm the scene, the tale takes another twist when he's nabbed the following day.
Hey, well, you can certainly handle yourself. So what happened after you ran out the door and it looked like he followed you?
Well, after I ran out, I actually called 911. As I was calling 911, I turned around and he actually vanished. I didn't see where he went. He just went out into the darkness. I ran by to some neighbors. I knocked on some of the doors, and luckily a couple opened the door and let me in.
Wow. So then police got there and then questioned you, and then they were able to get him the next day?
Yeah, it was crazy how, yeah, so the police got there within like 2 minutes after me calling. And there was like 7 patrol cars. Just, they all popped up. I was like, oh my goodness. And they all followed me back to my apartment, just started talking to me for a couple hours, making sure I was okay. And the very next day, I guess this man, he attempted to break into another residence and was not successful. He ran off. And luckily, the police were already here trying to get footage of my incident. And I told them, like, hey, he's here. And luckily, they caught him.
Nasha learns about the attacker's harrowing intent during his police confession. He had planned to assault her. The gravity of his admission sends shivers down the spine, highlighting the severity of the attack. Watch how Nasha bounced back with indomitable spirit. Up next.
Did you ever learn what his motive was?
Yes, I did. He also admitted in his interview with the cops that he did want to rape me.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that is so scary. I don't know if that's public information or not, but it just goes to say what a job you did fending him off.
Thank you. Yeah.
Get ready for a dose of inspiration. Merely 2 days after the incident, as mentioned, Nasha is back pumping iron at the gym, her resolve stronger than ever. She shares her mindset during the ordeal, focused on outmaneuvering her assailant and ensuring her safety. Next, find out the overwhelming reactions from her friends and family.
So I already saw on your Instagram that you were back in the gym, which is great to see. I know it's your career, but did it take you a while to get back in the gym after this happened?
No. Shortly after about 2 days, I've been back in the gym ever since. It hasn't stopped me one bit. These type of situations, you should never let it stop you from doing what you love and enjoy in life. And I made sure of that.
What was your mindset while this was happening?
So during the whole thing, whenever it happened, I wasn't really fearful at all. It was more just of me having that fighter mode, that to never give up, to never stop, to keep fighting, it was just me pushing to make sure that I beat his ass, that I get out of the situation, that I get out. And I survived.
Ending on a powerful note, hear this. Nasha wraps up the interview with a compelling call to action for resilience and self-defense, especially for those who might face similar threats. Her words at 7:22 resonate with strength and determination, urging others not to buckle under pressure. Nasha's story isn't just about survival, it's a testament to fighting back with all you've got.
Great. Good for you. So law enforcement's labeling you an inspiration for the way you handled yourself. Like, what's your message for other women who may go through something similar to this?
Yeah, like I always said, don't stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever give up. Keep fighting, because the more stronger you push out and the more you fight back, the more they're going to stop and like, damn, this girl's a fighter. I don't want her. And the more you just keep fighting, and the more they see that you are scary, that they're like, oh God, I don't want this. Like, that's all. Like, don't ever give up. Don't stop.
Ruby Frank, the famed YouTuber and mother of 6 who captivated millions with her family-centric channel 8 Passengers, finds herself in handcuffs for child violence, alongside her colleague Jodi Hildebrand. As we unravel this, it's hard to ignore the irony. A parenting vlogger arrested for child violence. They were both prominent in their online community, showcasing their life adventures and their affiliation with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
A popular parenting YouTuber and mom of 6 is arrested for child abuse alongside her business partner. Renowned former homicide detective Phil Waters comes on to analyze this disturbing case. I got to talk to you right now about this story that is just absolutely shocking to hear. Have you ever heard of Ruby Frank? You might have, because she and her husband launched this YouTube channel called 8 Passengers back in 2015, and it was all about the couple and their 6 children. Very popular. I think it had over 2 million subscribers. It focused on parenting and homeschooling. It was interesting because Frank and her husband are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any more bizarre, it was a dark, late night on August 30th when a desperate call led police to a heartbreaking scene. A 12-year-old girl, malnourished, wounded, with duct tape around her limbs. The plot thickens as Ruby Frank and her business partner Jodi Hildebrand are slapped with aggravated child violence charges after a second child, a 10-year-old girl, is found under similar harrowing conditions.
The two of them have been arrested out in Utah. And for what of all things? Child abuse. That's right. Police received a call at almost 11 o'clock at night on August 30th, someone asking for help. And when police arrived on the location, they found a 12-year-old girl, malnourished, emaciated, with open wounds and duct tape around the extremities. Frank and Hildebrand, they were arrested on 2 counts of aggravated child abuse because it seems that police were led to another location where they found a second child, a 10-year-old girl believed to be the sister of the 12-year-old, and she also was in similar conditions.
Here's where things get a little dicey and downright unsettling. Flashback to 2020. Child Protective Services dropped by the Frank residence after a public outcry and a petition circulate online. Despite the red flags, including extreme punishments like making a kid sleep on a beanbag for months. Seriously, a beanbag? No immediate action was taken. It raises eyebrows and questions about what really goes on behind closed vlogs.
Child Protective Services was called back in June of 2020 to check in on the family. This was prompted by a change.org petition. That's what the reporting indicates. And it came about after there was a video of one of the couple's children recounting how he was forced to sleep on a beanbag for months as a form of punishment by his parents. The reporting indicates that nothing came from this visit by Child Protective Services. There may not have been enough evidence to go forward. But going back to Hildebrand for a moment, so she's accused of promoting very harsh forms of punishment.
This next part, it's a real tearjerker, and not in the good way. Amidst the chaos, Sherry Frank, the eldest of the Frank children, takes to Instagram, her relief palpable as she thanks the stars for the long-awaited intervention. It's a poignant reminder of the years they cried out for help to no avail. Ruby's sister chimes in too, focusing solely on the kids' safety, echoing a sentiment of profound relief mixed with sorrow.
And here's another aspect of the story. So Sherry Frank, the oldest of the Frank children, seems to have posted on Instagram, quote, "Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this and so glad they finally decided to step up." She further wrote, "The kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy." In fact, Ruby Frank's sister also had something to say, posted a video as well.
The only thing that we ultimately care about is that our nieces and nephews are safe, and they are. And that is the only thing that matters to any of us. It is going to feel weird for me to move forward. And I think, do I just move forward?
And now, the legal eagles take flight, as Ruby Frank and Jody Hildebrand find themselves behind bars at the Washington County Jail, awaiting trial without bond. The wheels of justice begin to turn, albeit slowly. It's a stark shift from YouTube thumbnails to mugshots, marking a new chapter in this twisted narrative. Up next, a legendary detective weighs in.
Frank and Hildebrand, they were transported to and booked into the Washington County Jail. They're both currently being held without bond. To talk a little bit more about this, let me bring in a fan favorite here on Sidebar. We haven't seen him in a while, Phil Waters. Waters is a former legendary homicide detective who's worked over 400 cases. He is an expert interrogator and just an overall great guy to talk to. Phil, good to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Oh, thank you, Jesse. It's good to be back with you. It's been a while.
As if this story needed more layers, let's add a cultural twist. The conversation pivots to the broader societal and cultural implications, pondering how their religious affiliations and community standing may have influenced or obscured the realities of their home life. It's a delicate dance of societal norms and stark, disturbing realities.
We hear a lot of these stories regarding people that are Mormons, where there's a break with the children in the philosophy of that particular church, and they are ostracized. I think we've heard stories from the Osmonds, that kind of a situation. So, it's just, it's a cultural thing.
You might want to sit down for this part. It's a doozy. When investigators stormed the Frank household, what they found was nothing short of damning evidence that tied neatly with the horrific conditions described. This discovery paints a grim picture of the daily lives these children endured, sealed behind closed doors.
Do you think investigators are trying to interview these two suspects right now, these two women?
Oh, I would think they have, or at least offered them the opportunity to interview. You always want to interview someone, always. And I would imagine that's happened, and it would be interesting to see the interviews and see what comes out of those interviews.
Do you think they're also combing through all of the old videos that they posted on these two different channels? Would that be helpful evidence in trying to determine what happened here?
Well, I think so. You want to look at any type of evidence, potential evidence, something that may be probative. So I would think you never know what's on these videos. You never know what's in the background. The whatever was used to create these marks to punish these kids.
Now here's where every detail counts. The focus shifts dramatically as the young victims' testimonies begin to paint a fuller, more harrowing picture of neglect and violence. Each interview is a critical piece of the puzzle, potentially reshaping the landscape of child welfare and digital persona accountability.
Do you believe that potentially, if they get more information from the children themselves, even the ones who were recovered and taken to the Department of Children's Services, that maybe more charges could come forward against these two women about prior instances of abuse?
Oh, certainly. This could open that. The potential here is that just a whole can of worms gets opened up here, and we find out there are more instances of abuse with other children. I don't know what the scope of if she was just a advisor, a counselor. She's got this website so about how to parent children. So I don't know what the scope of that is. If there were parents that let her take control of their kids in some sort of counseling sessions and something of that nature.
The officers rock up to the house and casually ask if Michaela is around, getting a quick confirmation from someone inside. They express their need to chat with Michaela, setting up a tone of urgency. In a chilled manner, they're told to hang tight while Michaela is fetched.
Hey, how are you?
Your dog's not going to get out, is it?
Get out, Wade. Hi. Can we speak to Michaela?
Sure. Hang on just a second. I beg
Okay. Sure. Awesome.
Are you taking her somewhere?
We just need to talk to her real quick.
Okay.
Here's where it gets spicy. Michaela shows up and is greeted by Officer Bailey, who's all polite but means business. He asks her to step outside and do a quick twirl to put her hands behind her back. Yep, it's the classic cop move, signaling the start of what looks like an arrest.
Hi, Michaela. How are you? I'm Officer Bailey.
All right.
You mind stepping outside for a sec? You go ahead and turn around for me. Can you turn around for me? Thank you. Put your hands behind your back. Let's go down over here, okay?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Officer Bailey drops the bombshell that there's a warrant out for Michaela's arrest on charges of child endangering. Michaela doesn't even flinch, hinting she saw this coming but hadn't heard any updates lately. They check her for any sharp objects or surprises before whisking her away.
So it looks like you got a warrant, okay? It's going to be for child endangering. Did you think something like this was coming down the pipeline? Somebody kind of...
Talked to a detective, but that was months ago. I figured since it was quiet.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything in a couple months.
Sure. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke or stick me? Any weapons, anything like that?
Ever seen a plot thicken this quickly? The officer confirms Michaela's all-expenses-paid trip to Greene County Jail. She's worried about bumping into her sister Brittany, also a guest of the state, leading to some familial concerns. The officer promises to smooth things out, ensuring there are no dramatic family reunions behind bars.
So we are going to have to place you under arrest, okay? We'll take you to Greene County. Is there
the
anything...
only question I have is Brittany Irick at said Greene County? If so...
I have no idea.
Okay, that's my sister. She was arrested from here, and she's not allowed back at the house.
Okay, well, that's something I can let the COs know
I
so that they don't...
think there's like a protection order or anything.
Michaela gets the full pat-down to make sure she's not smuggling anything that could spice up her jail visit. She's advised about the extra trouble she'd face if she's found with contraband during the intake process. They discuss the essentials like her phone and wallet, setting the stage for her brief sojourn at the county's finest.
All right, you got nothing else on you?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to warn you right now, if you do have anything else on you and they find it at Greene County, because you're going to have to go through like a scanner and all that, if you have anything on you, that's going to be an additional charge. If you do have something on you right now, we can just deal with it. We can squash it right here and now, okay? Is there anything else you need from inside? I know he's going to go get your shoes. Do you have a phone or a wallet or something that you need?
My phone's on my desk and my wallet's on my dresser.
Things are heating up in the kitchen now. As Michaela gets ready to depart, there's some back and forth about which medications are needed for someone else at the home. Confusion reigns over which meds are whose, highlighting just how tricky managing personal belongings can get when the law steps in. The conversation sheds light on the sometimes chaotic nature of law enforcement procedures.
345, that warrant's in hand, correct? Clear, we'll have her in custody.
He said the medicine with an A that has a label on it is in his nightstand.
Yeah. Right here. Bag. They got prescribed meds and stuff like that. Evidently, she is TV and he is Grayson.
Okay.
Okay.
Driver's license says...
I don't.
Okay.
Right. This is the identifying ass thing.
The officer lays out the nitty-gritty of the probable cause warrant for the captivated audience. He outlines the legal shenanigans involving a grand jury and what Michaela can expect next. This segment is a crash course in Law & Order 101, setting the stage for what promises to be a gripping legal battle.
Yeah, so it's called a probable cause warrant. So pretty much what happened was the detective gathered enough evidence, brought it to like a grand jury, and convinced them that they wanted to hear the case. So right now it's still in the probable cause phase, right? Which is we take her to jail. There's a warrant out for her. We take her to jail, and she's probably going to see a judge for bond or whatever on Monday. Okay, right now
over the weekend.
Yeah, she doesn't have bond right now, so there's no bond right now until she can see a judge. Okay, but on Monday,
Is she gonna go in the women's section or the men's section?
Isn't this just a wild ride? They talk about whether to send back some meds that might not be needed, with the officer offering to handle the late-night delivery personally. This showcases a slice of the softer side of policing, mixed with a bit of procedural juggling regarding healthcare in the clink. It's a thoughtful moment in the midst of a chaotic day.
So what they're going to do is the case. She's been declared incompetent. They're doing another court date, and then do we need to give him any of these?
Well, we're trying to get done with, but this one is.
Is it not?
It doesn't.
But it
have
doesn't
a
have
script
his
on his
name on it.
Well, how about I take it, and then if they don't want it, and they kick it back to me and say they can't, I'm coming back to the city. I'll be here all night. I can either drop it off, or I can leave it in the mailbox if it gets late at night, or something like that. If you want me to do that,
that's fine.
Did that just happen right out of the blue? A police officer approaches YouTuber iShowSpeed, casually asking him to come over, reassuring him that he's not in trouble. The interaction seems routine, but the YouTuber is visibly confused and curious about the situation.
Hey, how you doing? You all right? Come here real quick. Just turn around real quick. I'll explain. You're not in any trouble.
What the heck?
Come to the back.
Yo, bro. Hey.
Hold on, I'll tell you why.
Hey,
Hold on.
Hey,
We're gonna talk.
Hey,
I'll tell you why. Good.
Whoa, let's go. Relax.
Come to the back.
Relax,
Come to the back.
Yo, get my phone, bro. Get my phone. Get my phone. It's right there. Let's go live, bro. Let's go live. Press it, bro.
Would you look at that twist? The officers start to explain the reason behind their approach, stating they need to talk due to a serious issue. This moment heightens tension as iShowSpeed begins to realize the situation.
You ready?
What did I do, bro?
You're gonna listen to me?
He's trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, we're gonna explain to him. Hey, it's good. We're filming too.
Bro, I didn't. Yo, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Let's
I
talk
swear
to him
I
away
didn't do
from
nothing, bro. Chill.
Away from
I
this
didn't
guy.
do.
And we are going to explain.
You're gonna connect it with me. I don't care. Okay.
Who saw that curveball coming? Officers reveal that someone reported iShowSpeed breaking a PS4 during a live stream. The context of a gaming live stream mixed with a police intervention showcases a clash between digital entertainment and real-world consequences.
Live doing what? Waiting for this to happen?
No. Breaking a PS4. He plays video games live on stream. Like I said, there's 100,000 people watching.
Okay.
That's what he does.
We're going to shut that part down for right now.
There's a full-time. Don't turn it off. You don't got to do that.
We're gonna do that while we have a conversation.
Yo, chat. Spam L in the chat. They're making us turn it off. But we'll keep y'all updated. That's his mom calling him. His phone. Hold on.
Well, his dad's out front. We're talking.
Yeah, we're
about.
talking to his dad out front.
The police clarify that they received a distressing call claiming iShowSpeed threatened to harm himself and his family. This revelation shifts the tone from confusion to seriousness as the gravity of swatting calls is discussed.
Somebody done pranked us and said that he was about to kill me and kill the
Yeah. Okay. Does he have any mental diagnosis or anything like that? Any guns in the house?
No. I mean, I have one. Hello?
Do you know who he's here with?
Okay. Hello?
Is the gun locked up and everything? Is there anybody else inside?
No, ain't nobody. I don't know who called it.
I didn't say nothing. Were you trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's another kid out back. I don't know who it is.
iShowSpeed tries to explain his occupation as a popular streamer to the officers, stressing the misunderstanding and potential harm of the false accusations. His frustration is evident as he attempts to clear his name while handcuffed.
I am a popular streamer. I am a YouTuber. Okay.
Come on.
I have 10. Let me talk.
So guess what?
Okay. Hold
if
on.
you're
Wait.
good, you may be out of these cuffs, but relax.
Okay.
We're on your side.
All right.
We're here to make sure you're not going to harm yourself. Right?
All right.
Now, people dox people, right?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay, so maybe
Let
that's
me talk. Okay. I am a popular streamer. I have 10 million subs. You know what a streamer is, right?
Sure, I guess.
You know what a streamer is? Yeah. You ever heard of a streamer SWAT or whatever?
Okay. You got him? Hold this on. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about the streamer. What'd you say?
I didn't do nothing.
Were you trying to be funny?
No, I didn't do nothing.
It becomes clear to iShowSpeed and the officers that this incident is likely a prank, a swatting incident common among streamers. The dialogue shifts towards educating the officers about the nature of such pranks and their dangers.
They called somebody called.
I know y'all think pranking my
I know.
house.
Are you exactly? I just told him that. Exactly. I keep telling you, I'm a famous
We're just trying to
YouTuber.
figure it out right now.
I mean, it's not really that much to. Exactly. It's a prank call. I keep telling y'all, I'm a.
iShowSpeed's mother interjects, speaking to the officers about the regularity of pranks at their house. Her involvement adds a personal element, highlighting the recurring distress the family faces due to his public internet presence.
Yes,
Okay,
they prank our house all the time.
Okay. Well, let us figure it out.
Oh my God,
we were
y'all,
concerned.
this got to stop. No, y'all taking my son over.
No, we're not
people
taking
that keep
him.
pranking my son.
Well-
Y'all got him in handcuffs right now.
Well,
Y'all
we're
gonna
gonna make
get
sure he
down to
doesn't
this.
want to harm
Go
himself.
No, he ain't gonna harm himself.
All right,
Go in our house
we'll be
right
there.
now. People keep pranking my house.
Well, you need to explain it to me so we can investigate it properly.
Really?
Please, come here. I'm on your side. I got 5
Let me
kids.
calm. Hold
Okay,
on.
calm down first.
Because you
Then
got
talk
my
to
son in handcuffs for no reason. Right
Well, because people were calling saying he wanted to kill you. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
But we didn't know that.
The police expressed their continued concern for iShowSpeed's safety despite recognizing the likely false alarm. This segment shows the delicate balance law enforcement must maintain between reacting to potential threats and acknowledging the reality of internet trolls.
Last night, same thing. Same thing. That's what it is. It's a.
We took
All right,
it
let me
serious
talk
because
to
he
him.
said he wanted
I
to kill you.
understand.
So we were worried about you.
Who said that?
It was
how do
from
they know? How
the
do they?
helpline. They had your address, his name, his
These
everything.
people was pranking. Y'all gonna have to figure this out. Y'all gonna have to figure this out.
I explained to them the SWAT.
Let's get him unhooked.
Okay. You guys are good with him?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's a prank. Y'all gonna have to figure this out. We're gonna have to figure this out.
iShowSpeed voices his frustration, trying to explain the recurrent nature of such incidents to the officers who are unfamiliar with the streaming world. His attempt to convey the seriousness and frustration of being swatted reflects the challenges internet personalities face.
I'm a stream. I'm a popular. It's a call. Okay. I'm trying to explain y'all not getting what I'm trying to say. I am a popular streamer. These calls happen all the time. It just probably doesn't happen in Cincinnati because there's not that much famous people in Cincinnati.
Is it just people that are watching your stream?
It's people watching my stream that they're trolling. They're just trying to get me. Like I said, I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm a popular streamer. I keep saying that.
The video concludes with a discussion about preventive measures and documentation to avoid similar situations in the future. This final part wraps up the incident, leaving both the streamer and the officers with lessons learned about the intersection of internet culture and police work.
So, but you need to understand, it's our job.
Yeah, and I get that, but I'm trying to explain to y'all, but y'all keep asking, like, why did it happen? And I'm telling y'all.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is to us.
Yeah.
So, what was said to us was that there's someone,
you,
and
I get that,
that was going to kill their
I
entire family with a Glock
I
19.
understand. Yes. This game, I'm just a streamer game. I stream games, yes. Fortnite, Valorant, Apex, I'm an all-around streamer. Yeah, it was just one of them.
We'll already have it documented that this has happened, so that we know.
You ain't been spotted before, right?
Maybe
This is my first
Try to
time.
get his name off everything, get him a P.O. box and stuff.
Yeah, we got the.
The stage is set with a dash of chaos to start things off. The video begins with a police officer repeatedly asking a woman for her license after a car accident. Despite the officer's requests, the woman seems distracted and fails to provide her license immediately. The scene unfolds at the scene of a crash, with no reported injuries but visible confusion and chaos.
Ma'am, you got your license for me? I've asked you like 3 times. Okay, can I have it, please?
Oh God, that's so cap.
Nobody's hurt? You're not hurt, ma'am?
No.
Which way were you going?
Something right in front of the mirror.
Where in the intersection?
Here's where things start to spice up. The officer questions another driver involved in the accident about his direction and the lane he was in during the collision. The driver claims he had a green light and was in the middle lane heading east when the impact occurred. This part of the exchange helps establish the circumstances surrounding the crash and the positions of the vehicles.
Were you in that car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have your license, insurance, and registration ready. Which direction were you headed?
I was going east.
Okay.
East, and I was going east. And you been asking for everybody to have anything.
Which lane were you in?
I was in the middle lane heading east, and I had a green light.
And where did the impact take place? Watch these cars here coming for.
Like, you can see the marks.
Right here in this.
I was
right here
in this lane. Yeah.
Discussions continue at the crash scene, with the officer collecting insurance information from various parties involved. The officer also inquires about other passengers, specifically children, who were in the vehicle but picked up by someone else. This highlights the presence of more potential witnesses or victims in the incident.
Front seat passenger. Yes. Anybody else in the car or no?
We had 3 kids in the car.
Okay.
My mom picked them up.
Okay. They were all in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use this if you guys want to move over here real quick. I need the insurance for the truck, whatever insurance the truck has. Thank you. Here, you can have the registration so I don't lose it. Let me go double look at the damage real quick.
The woman is asked to participate in a field sobriety test across the street. She is instructed to stand with her feet together and arms at her side, and to follow a pen with her eyes. The officer aims to assess her sobriety through these initial physical coordination tests.
Hey, she's taking a right now. Her. I'm on. I'm recording.
Okay.
Never.
Ma'am, I need to speak with you across the street if you don't mind, okay?
Right, over here?
Yes, ma'am.
I will.
All right. All right. So first what I want to do is I want to take a look at drives in a particular way. So,
Okay.
so that, come on over here. Stand right here.
Right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You know, but
You're not going to believe this part. The woman performs the walk and turn sobriety test. She struggles with following instructions, which includes walking heel to toe along a straight line, turning on one foot, and walking back. Her performance raises concerns about her sobriety.
come on over here, please, ma'am. Technically, there's 3 lines here, so we're going to use the center line.
I see 2.
Well, okay, so this one here, and then this center road.
Okay.
Okay? So what I want you to do is just come on over here.
Where?
Now turn your body around. Turn your body facing that way. Okay. So we're going to use the center line.
This is center. Here and here.
Right. We're going to use this center line.
No, wait. Okay, so here.
Now, things get a little tipsy. The officer explains the one-leg stand test to the woman. She is instructed to lift 1 foot, look at it, and count for about 30 seconds. The woman attempts the test but shows difficulty in maintaining balance, which is crucial for assessing her impairment level.
How you doing, sir? Can I help you? Okay, well, right now they're conducting a DUI investigation, so we'll let you know what happens. So, okay? She's got involved in an accident. They're doing a DUI investigation, and we'll go from there, okay?
All right, so this next exercise is called the one-leg stand exercise. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to demonstrate it. That foot needs to be directly out in front of you. You need to look at your foot, and you need to count out loud for 30 seconds. This is the way you're going to do it, just like this, okay?
The final moments of the video capture the woman failing to correctly perform the finger-to-nose test, which involves touching the tip of the nose with the fingertip while keeping the eyes closed and head back. Following her poor performance on all field sobriety tests, she is arrested for driving under the influence. The officer explains the charges and the requirement for a breathalyzer test, which she agrees to undergo.
Make sure that you use the tip of your index finger to the tip of your nose. Right, not the pad of your finger. It needs to be the tip, like your nail.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Clear? All right.
Got it.
Come on over here. Come
Can
forward.
I touch this or no?
Why do you need to touch it?
Oh, well, I don't have to go that far up. Oh my God, I need a little support. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I need you to turn your body to face my car. All right, so only your index fingers pointing down.
Okay.
Palms facing forward. Eyes closed, head tilted back, and we're going to begin, okay?
Are we starting?
Right. Okay, bring your arms down. All right, just relax your arms here behind your back, please. So what I'm doing here, ma'am, is I am placing you under arrest for charges driving under the influence of an alcoholic beverage, a
But
chemical
why?
substance, or a controlled substance. I'm sorry?
But why?
It's my opinion that you're under the influence.
Did I not pass the test?
No. So under Florida law, you are required to submit to a breath test to determine the alcoholic content
Okay.
of your breath. Will you do
Okay.
that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, great.
1,000%.
Excellent. Okay.
1,000%.
Thank you. Okay.
The suspect, identified as Theodore Williams, decides it's a good idea to spit at the officers who are trying their best to arrest him. This incident follows right after Williams thought it would be fun to punch another officer. The situation heats up quickly, setting the stage for an even wilder ride.
Right now. Put your hands behind your back.
Newly released body camera video shows the suspect spit at officers after punching another officer attempting to arrest him.
Come on, man. Let's do it.
It happened on September 20th, just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Dispatch in Birmingham, Alabama received a 911 call reporting a disorderly person in a park.
Following a 911 call about a disorderly dude at a park in Birmingham, Alabama, we see body cam footage where officers chat with a victim who claims Williams treated him like a spittoon. This bit of dialogue lays down the groundwork for what's unfolding and why the cops are even involved.
The suspect was later identified as 28-year-old Theodore Williams. Body camera video shows officers speaking with a victim who reported Williams spat on him.
And when I turned around and saw you guys, after I called, saw him walking this way. He turned up this way, saw me, went bug-eyed, turned and started walking this way. That's not him on that bench, is it? No, that's one of our boys. He didn't have a stick with him.
Here's where things take a turn for the bizarre. Officers find a backpack chilling in the park, and guess what? It likely belongs to our main man Williams. Linking this backpack to him adds another layer to this already thick plot.
Video then shows officers look through a backpack left behind at the park. They determine it likely belongs to Williams.
So this is his backpack. I was gonna go down there and see if I could find him.
You'll need to see this to believe it. Before the officers can get a grip on him, Williams dashes off after delivering a surprise punch to one of the first responders. This kicks off a chase sequence captured on various body cams, showing just how quickly this has escalated into a full-blown action movie.
Where you going?
Come on now, why you running?
What's the deal, bud? Huh? What's the deal? Beat the fuck out your gang. What's going on, man? Come on, man. Let's do it.
Talk about raising the stakes. Williams not only threatens an officer, but also takes a wild swing at him before deciding that running is a better plan. This crucial moment underlines his continual defiance and complicates the ongoing chase, making it a spectacle of persistence and adrenaline.
Video captures Williams threaten to hit an officer before taking a swing and running off.
Come on, man. Let's do it.
Just when you thought it was intense, officers try to tase Williams but miss, leading to a hands-on confrontation where Williams decides to add spitting to his repertoire of police greetings. This direct challenge to the officers adds a new level of intensity to the unfolding drama.
Officers then approach Williams and attempt to tase him but miss. When another officer rushes toward Williams, the suspect spits in his face.
Come on, what's up? What's up? What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Better turn around. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back right now. Put your hands on your back.
Things hit a boiling point right here. In the midst of a scuffle, one officer's body cam takes a brief tour of the ground. When it's finally back in action, Williams is seen with his hands secured behind his back, marking a momentary pause in the chaos.
After that, there's a struggle, and the officer's body camera is knocked off his chest. When it's put back, Williams has his hands behind his back.
Hands on your back. Hands behind your back.
In a somewhat calmer exchange, Williams gets chatty about the earlier spotted backpack, claiming it as his, and pondering who last had their hands on it. This dialogue happens while officers check for any unwelcome spit on their uniforms, maintaining a focus on safety amid the absurdity.
1726. Spit mask. Yeah, he spit on me too. Threw a big right hook at me. He tried to fist fight me in the damn middle of the street. I was ready for him. Punch right through him, bud.
Williams then mentions his backpack that police had recovered earlier.
I found that book bag. It's mine. Where's my hat? Who was the last person to touch it? Me or you? Me.
Finally, as we draw close to the finale, Williams is tucked into the back of a squad car. The officers recap his spirited attempts at resisting and his less-than-friendly interactions throughout the ordeal. This scene wraps up the immediate chaos, but hints at more bureaucratic adventures to come.
Okay.
He's been.
Why does he hate you so much?
Because I tried to fight him in the street.
Oh, he tried to swing on you too?
Williams now faces multiple charges, including assault with bodily fluids, physical harassment, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct.